Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Brahma Mirasya Parantakare Banushashi Bhamisita Udasha Gurusha Shukra Shani Rahu Keteva Sarve Graha Shantikara Bhavantu. Om Hrim Gurave Namaha. Well, greetings and welcome to another episode of Cosmic Kev 100. This is your weekly astro video zine where we take the houses known as Babas, the signs of the zodiac known as Rishis, and the planets known as Grahas, and we try to make sense of it, mostly in accordance to tropical Western astrology, because that's the common in the country I live in, which is the United States of America. But I'm also Yogi Jyotishi, and so I like to look at the Vedic principles, which are sidereal zodiac, and that's where the constellations actually are and the planets in relationship to those constellations. So please hit the bell notification. Please subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, even getting to 900. I just want to welcome some of you and thank you for your comments. Nicole, Shelby, Word, Shant, sometimes hear from Rebecca or Melissa, and more than that, many of you, you're golden to me, and everyone who shows up, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for showing up and being here, and don't be afraid to share this video. So this is talking about August 30th, 2024 through September 6th, 2024, and what's happening. So let's talk about Friday, which is the day this thing gets put out there on YouTube and probably shared on Facebook. So we've got a moon in the constellation of Cancer, if we were looking at it in the sky. And the part of Cancer that the moon is in is a lunar mansion known as Pushama. So this is just for Friday. And Pushama is the udders of a cow. Pushama is ruled by Saturn. Pushama is also having a ruling deity known as Brisapati. Now Brisapati is another name for Jupiter in Sanskrit, and Jupiter is the guru to the gods. He's sort of the high priest. And the symbol for Pushama, there's ones that can be an arrow, another one is a flower, but the main one is the udders of a cow, because it's about giving, it's about nurturing. And when we're giving, that's when we're really living, that's when we're really loving, that's when we're really enjoying life, that's when we have our purpose. So I just encourage every one of you. I know you get discouraged. I think, here in the United States we're in an election or selection year, and it's really depressing in a lot of ways. The very things people dislike about one candidate, the other candidate's guilty of too. And so it's just sort of weird, it's just so strange. And then people unfriend people. If you're not on my side, it's like, people, this is not religion. These are just idiot humans running around with greed, trying to manipulate the fate of the world. And once we realize that, we're able to just kind of let go, release, and be a blessing to each other, because we're meant to be good neighbors, we're meant to be good family, we're meant to be good friends. And all of this, at the end of the day, we're all going to bleed red blood, we're all going to be breathing the same air, drinking the same water, and hopefully we're not just drinking the Kool-Aid. And Pushama, cows really help people survive in places where they normally couldn't, in deserts, high elevation places, because they'll be able to just eat grass and turn it into milk. And the cow will feed its calf, but it's also willingly gives some of its milk to humans so that they can enjoy a greater life. And I know some people are allergic to milk. That's because they've done a bunch of crappy stuff to it, folks. You get yourself some raw grass-fed milk and you'll be doing a lot better, generally speaking. And if you can't do the cow's milk, the goat's milk, raw, grass-fed, good environment, it's good stuff. And so Honoring Pushama. Pushama is the one nakshatra that's considered the best because it softens anything malefic. So you got problems with Mars, you got problems with Saturn. Pushama passes over it. Things calm down a little bit. And if you have Jupiter in Pushama, oh my God, it's like amazing. Any benefic, Jupiter, Venus, even Mercury, it's just going to be enhanced by Pushama. And so this is really a way we can help heal, educate. Education is a lot about Pushama, and sometimes it's a little bit orthodox, like Saturn deals with restrictions and Jupiter deals with expansion, and really we have to have both. We have to restrict ourselves to bedtime, and then we expand ourselves to the broad daylight, and we have a good day. So, the sun in the sidereal zodiac is still in Leo. Now in Western astrology, we've got a sun in Virgo, and we have a moon in Leo for the whole weekend pretty much. We also have a new moon, so we're in a waning moon period this weekend. We're just kind of finishing things off, and then this new moon happens. I believe it's 6:56 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. It's in a lunar mansion known as Purva Falguni in the constellation of Leo. It's ruled by Venus, and its ruling deity is Bhaga, which is the god of wealth. He's also the god that helps women have children if they need to have children, and he deals with entertainment. Hopefully I'll be entertaining today. The fireplace, place where we tell stories, and I'm telling you stories right now. And it's a place where we come together. It's a place where we make community. It's a place where we get entertained. Famous entertainer Ian Anderson from Jethro Tull is a great performer. He has his rising sign in Purva Falguni. So enjoy this. This is where, even though the sun and Venus can join each other a lot, we're not always able to see Venus because of that. And when Venus is away from the sun, it shines. But here, even together, it's like the heart of the lion is really to be creative. So let's show our creative self as we go through this week, especially beginning Monday night, when you're all done with your Labor Day celebrations and debauchery. Okay. So we're going to just do this in Western astrology tradition. So Western astrology, sun's in Virgo. And we're going to start with you, Aries. Greetings, Aries. Welcome to your horoscope. Venus has moved into Libra. Mercury is direct now, although we'd say it's in Leo. But it's like, which reminds you, just get back in your heart. If you've been in a dry spell for love is about giving. Love is work. Living is giving. That is my mantra for this week. Is living is giving and giving is living. And I'm not saying to deplete yourself, to hurt yourself, but don't underestimate how much you can give. And just when we release, we free ourselves. We create so much energy and space for more good things to happen. Now Mars is in Gemini still. And Mars in Gemini is, it's not like the best place because Mercury is sort of opposite of Mars energy, which is more like reasoning. But have a reasonable exercise regime. Get smarter about the way you work out. And since Mars is in your third house, that's a great place for you. It's a karaka, it's an activator. So you get more energized by your community. You get more energized by your siblings. If you have brothers, it's a time to kind of repair relationships with them and move forward. Well, greetings, Taurus, and welcome to your horoscope. Uranus is in Taurus, and it's going retrograde this week. And so a lot of things that were inspiring people have kind of backed off. And I get it. And Uranus is a lot about politics, too, unfortunately. When we discovered Uranus, we had revolutions all around Europe at the time, and a lot of, France, England's Magna Carta, even the United States had its revolutions. And we discovered electricity at this time. So Uranus has this association with electricity. But in Taurus, it's about groundedness. And our last, stint with Uranus and Taurus was World War II. Not a really pleasant time But I think what we forget is we don't empathize with the situations that created that situation of Germany's Socialist Party and the rise of fascism. There was reasons why they did what they did. And someone who has some Ashkenazi Jewish heritage on my mother's side, I have to say, it's really scary. But it's also something that needs to be addressed. And a lot of times we think we're moving towards something that's positive and progressive, but we're ending up hurting a lot of people. And so just in this year, I just say, don't disenfranchise people. We need more love. In the words of, was it Stephen Stills, nobody's right if everybody's wrong. Humbling ourselves, it makes us so much more approachable. And Virgo time's a great time for you because the sun's in the 5th house, so open your heart. Be in that love place. Love is the healing power. It's what we need right now. And Venus being in your 6th house, definitely it's about service. It's about giving. Giving will be pure living for you. Okay, greetings Gemini. Welcome to your horoscope. I mean, you're charged up. Mars is in your 1st house. Mars is actually in Gemini in both systems, both in the sidereal zodiac as well as the tropical zodiac. So Mars in Gemini is real right now. But since Mercury is direct, we're doing a little bit better. I mean, it's still kind of in the sidereal zodiac, in this place between Cancer and Leo that's really volatile. And not everybody's in the right mind. But have you noticed a lot of people have changed their minds about things since Mercury went direct last week? There's this kind of healing. There's this change going on. And there's people willing to drop their prejudices and even work with enemies and people they really didn't think they had things in common. And it's this healing that we want to focus on. Not just, who wants us divided? Our corporate overlords and, the international monetary community. I hardly call them a community, but there will be chaos in their camp as well. And may the light come out of the darkness, and may goodness prevail, and that we do good with each other. Having Mercury direct in your 3rd house, Gemini, is helping so much. And this weekend really emphasized that. Making relationships. Shaking hands. Extending it. Bringing out the love. Instead of canceling, this is about resolving. Resolution is even better than revolution, because we don't end up destroying everything. We end up building something better for each other that's more workable and more positive. And that's where you're at today. You're here to make better relationships and use your divine intelligence. I mean, and it's like a time also for Gemini to have a little bit of downtime, spend a little more time at home, pay attention to older parents, your mom, your dad, and healing relationships. That's what this is all about. Plus you get stronger too. You're getting stronger now. Greetings Cancer, welcome to your horoscope. I mean, Virgo time is about the community for Cancer. So this is where this week we improve our relationship with the community. We improve our relationship with our siblings. This is a time when we're working with our hands, where we might be doing some creative writing or poetry, painting, playing some music, some piano, some guitar, whatever form of expression you have, and bringing it to light. And it's a way of educating. We educate each other better when we're having fun, when we're having an imagination, when we're having a design. When we're getting really rigid and dry, it makes it no fun. I was talking to my 6-year-old granddaughter, and she's in 1st grade now, and she's just like, I said, so what's it like? Is it kind of more work? Papa, there's just too much math. And I was like, yeah, that's what I thought too when I was in 1st grade. It was like, this is really, it's just so dry and boring. And, we got to bring life into things. So if you're a math teacher, find a way, bring some color to this dull and mundane subject. Greetings, Leo. Welcome to your horoscope. I mean, this weekend is going to be great for Leo. Virgo time is about your values. Virgo time is about your money. Virgo time is about your family. And it's also about things that affect your life that probably happened to you sometime between maybe 7 and 14 years old, and that's where your self-image was really developing in that relationship to the world. And a lot of us are really wounded in that area. And we could use some encouragement. And we can use some appreciation. And we can use some upliftment. And you're really good at being generous. And you're really good at showing appreciation. And you're really good at putting on a show. And I think through this generosity. And generosity means even giving people you don't agree with time. That's also a generous act. It's kindness, it really, that's the healing part of the planet, and that's what helps all our differences to dissipate. I mean, you're going through some rough transformation. There's a little bit of death, there's a little bit of release, there's a little bit of letting go with Neptune and Saturn and Pisces in your 8th house. I mean, it's not a position I really envy, but you're learning things. You're learning to take different strategies, to be more innovative in your approach to teaching and to learning, and to be excited about the potential. And you just kind of have to just breathe deep and bring more kindness into that community that you live in. All right, greetings, Virgo. And happy birthday. I want to wish a happy birthday to my friend Susan, sister Shoshana, who, is, there's a song in reggae music that describes her birthday, but Cosmic Kev, I don't want people to know my age. I find that really funny. We should honor our life experience with each other. We should not be in a place of dread. This is a time where we can rise up and honor that life experience is good. And sometimes it's embarrassing, it's humbling, it's harder as we get older. And if you're young, you don't know that. And then if you're young, be grateful because you got a better body. You didn't have to see how good things were back in the 60s and 70s or 80s or 90s. You're just like, oh wow, that was just history. I've just been brought up with electronic resources and telling me what to do, and that's been great for me. And maybe there's something, but it's good to be grateful no matter what you've seen or where you're at. Give thanks for what you've got. Virgo's about healing. Virgo's about deep analysis. Virgo is about the wilderness, honoring the ecology, honoring the environment, using less to make room for others, and to spread joy through service. And that's your game. Then keep it going. I also want to wish my friend Sally Lonecker in Issaquah, Washington, a very happy birthday. And my other many Virgo friends out there, Boomshot, Jay Langworthy, reggae star in Hawaii. I believe he's turning 55. I can hardly believe this. What happened? We were kids once. Blessings, all of you Virgo friends having birthdays this week. Oh, so many blessings. May they be heaped upon you. And greetings, Libra. Welcome to your horoscope. I mean, here's the good news. You got Venus in the 1st house, so you're looking good. I mean, you normally look good anyhow, but there's just this, I just sense this beautiful heart opening right now, and that heart opening is a good thing. Now, it is 12th house period, okay, for Libra suns, risings, moons. I mean, there's this element of loss, there's this element of release, there's this element that we have a debt to pay and we got to pay those debts off. No question about it, So do those things, finish things off before starting something new. New things are best started after Tuesday. And to be really honest with you, they'll even be better at the end of this week by next week. Just because of the shadow period of Mercury retrograde. And, because most of you are sidereal Virgos anyhow, that Mercury thing It does affect you, and it's still in a little rough position there this week. So I'm just like, compassion, compassion. You know, anything that motivates us to be more tolerant and compassionate, it really helps the world. It is really an act of kindness and love, even if that's all you can do. But you're going forward. You're getting stronger, and it looks like you're going to have a lively weekend of socializing and partying and fun. Okay, turning up the volume over to Scorpio. So Scorpio, here's the interesting thing: is that this week, I think on Sunday, Pluto goes back into Capricorn. Yeah. And so, in a lot of ways, this is a focus on the earth. This is a focus on the renewal of ecology. This is a focus on changing business structures. And sometimes big businesses may crumble, collapse, get taken over by other businesses. But there could be inventions in this time that really improve upon things that just didn't get it quite right yet. And we're really, I keep coming back to this biblical verse that says, if my people which are called by my name will humble themselves and pray, therefore I will hear from heaven, forgive them of their sins, and heal their land. And if you know any friends that are like late Capricorns, born around the 18th, 19th of January, I mean, they're going through some incredible transformation. And even if it's like the 17th, 16th probably, but I see this as a good thing. I just see that there is an incredible healing taking place right now in our nation and among the world. And anything that promotes fear or hate, even if those are things that, they're kind of scary and they seem like they don't always deserve appreciation, stay away from that, because you're falling in it, putting your attention on something you ultimately really don't want. Put the attention on what you do want, Scorpio. You are the magic. And this is a time where you become a prayer warrior. This is a time where you show intelligence at work. This is a time when you're with your friends having a good time, partying. And it's a time where you got to be careful, in romance, but also where your romance and the bedroom thing could be really sweet and fun too. All right, so greetings, Sagittarius. Welcome to your horoscope. So, Virgo time for Sagittarius is all about work. It's about career. And once again, giving is living. This is where your karma to the public gets to be seen. And ultimately, even though you're really fun-loving and gamey, ultimately you're bringing about service. We want service. We want to serve others. We want to help others. Now, Jupiter and Mars are in the 7th house. So this is all about expanding our ability to negotiate. And sometimes you have to confront evil. I remember one time there was some poor little girl got kidnapped in the Bay Area, and it just took days and days before law enforcement did anything about it. But when a bank was robbed, they were there immediately. And this shows how screwed up our values are as a society. And this is where Mars comes in the 7th house. It's like, we're here to fight evil, man. We have to confront the powers that be on what's not working so we could create what is working. And what's mostly important is that we focus on what will work and what might make things better. And in that sense, we give each other hope, we're uplifting, and our minds are going to that good place of productivity rather than shutting down in fear. So may the love flow, and may you do good service work, and may you be complimented on your good accomplishments. Well, greetings, Capricorn. Welcome to your horoscope. You're going to get some new insights this week. And, being an earth sign and Virgo being an earth sign in your 9th house, you really are lucky right now. There's a lot of good fortune. There's a lot of things that put you in an advantageous, positive place where some of your best qualities are going to shine and be seen and be loved and be admired. Who doesn't want to be loved and admired, right? And you've got something to give others too. This is also 9th house. One of the things is that generosity leads to wealth. When you help others, you really free up more space in your own space to receive blessings. So I just see many blessings coming down on Capricorn right now. And even though there might be some rough stuff here and there and changes going on, a little bit of, this transformation weekend, it's like kind of release. Once this new moon happens, Monday night, Tuesday, you're going to wake up refreshed. And you're going to go, I can do this. And that's what we want to see. Saturn's still in your third house. Help others in the community, especially older people in your community. They need some help, and that's just the facts. And greetings to Aquarius, and welcome to your horoscope. Well, Pluto is out of your first house for a while, so if you were having some discomfort with that, especially you 21st born of January, 20th of January, 22nd of January people, you get to kind of like kick back and go into the dream space a little bit. I mean, Virgo is sort of intense for you because it's your 8th house, and this is other people's power, other people's property, other people's money. It's also the occult studies, doing rituals, praying, confronting your own death, confronting sexuality and birth, and things that are just kind of like more taboo, but it's also like letting other people have their power in their way is the best way to negotiate this period. Now, Venus is in your 5th house, your 9th house rather. Sometimes that's long distance relationships. Jupiter and Mars are in the 5th house. There's a lot of good fortune. There's a lot of things working for you in your favor right now. That isn't too bad, but there's a lot of things where, it's like paying off debt, and, sometimes unforeseen things happen that aren't always pleasant, but you know what? Give thanks for them. It's kind of a ridiculous thing to do, and it's certainly not our immediate impulse to give thanks for things that are unpleasant. But as we get thanks for things that are unpleasant, wonderful opportunities start happening. Great gifts start opening up for us, and I want us all to be able to explore those wonderful gifts. Greetings, Pisces. Welcome to your horoscope. Well, Virgo time's great. This is your partnership sign. This is your relationship sign. You get a little bit washed out in ambiguities and enigmatic communication that doesn't really make much sense, but you're not offending anybody because it makes no sense. And you have a great imagination. Virgo is about clinical detail and precision and say what you mean what you say. And that's kind of what you have to do at this point. With the moon this weekend in your 6th house, it's like about serving others, helping others. The people that are the helpers. It's like that guy, Mr. Rogers, would say. His mother would say to him, go find the helpers. Find the people that are helping. Those are the people you want to get involved with. I kind of remember that as like one of my earlier college experiences. Like I was just like we're like the really good women, and I went with this group of people that were helping people that had disabilities and stuff, and I met this like wonderful lady at that time. It's like, there's just something about people that want to help those that are less fortunate. It's just like, wow, this is it. This is the gold that I've been panning for. And we want to be like them. We want to take on that energy of helping each other. And that transcends religion. That transcends nationalities. That transcends sexual preferences. We can all be together. We can all be loving. We can all celebrate each other's soul and live together. And part of it is humbling ourselves and admitting to the Supreme God, we have blown it and we need your help. And, that's why Jesus died for your sins. That's why gurus take on other people's bad karmas. That's why, because ultimate victory is to remove the evil and that's causing others to suffer. And we've got this gift, we go out there, heal people, forgive their sins. My prayer for you, my viewers today, O Supreme God with ultimate wisdom, who's given us so many gifts. The gift of Jesus is his life, his teachings. The gift of Buddha, of being compassionate and tolerant. The gift of Krishna, of having faith and discipline. The gift of Adonai, of being a faithful father to us, of Hashim, of having faith. That may all good, and even people that don't believe in those faiths, all those who have done kindness, may that just reverberate through the world, and may we all have a taste of it, and may it motivate us like we're drinking in kindness and we're becoming kindness. And may that follow us this week. Just to kind of get back on things, folks, Mercury is direct. We've got a new moon Monday night at 6:56 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. It's a wonderful time to start positive things, to serve each other, to love each other, to be creative with each other, to open up our hearts. I love you. I care about you. I'm so looking forward to hearing from you this week, because you are the miracle I've been waiting for. Om Shanti 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 Om Tat Sat.